In this video, we are going for a ride with a guy that might well be the world's fastest one-armed dirt bike rider.
What's up guys, my name's Max, this is 999 Laser, and in this video we're meeting back up with one of the original stars of this channel. This is Craig Parts, and we met him down at the track about 10 years ago, and we saw him ripping out there with one arm, and we just knew that we had to make a video of him.
If I was a foot to the right, it would have been up between my legs, so I know I'd rather lose.
That video quickly became one of our most popular, and it was the start of an incredible story.
11 years on, I'm back doing what I've always loved doing, and that's motocross.
Fast forward 10 years, millions of views and many adventures later, we're here back at the track with Craig today to see if he is the world's fastest one-armed enduro rider.
Off. Yeah. I dodged that tree. This is when I'm going to turn right, and all I could do is go straight. This is the dismount routine. Once you've dismounted in a unwanted fashion.
So was that the world's fastest one-arm enduro crash?
That's it. You got it. The world's fastest one-arm enduro crash. There might be more coming.
Right, so here we are, hit the dirt in Swaffham, in Norfolk? Norfolk. I think it's Norfolk, not Suffolk. I'm sure we'll be corrected in the comments, but pretty much 10 years down the line from our first video. It was May 2012, so 9.5 years ago that we first met Craig down at Ellsworth, and it's been quite a journey, hasn't it? So
Yeah, it has been, yeah.
just tell us what you've been up to since 2012 then.
Just generally riding, practice tracks, racing, spot races here and there, riding in general, you know, anything two wheels, I love it. So riding the mountain bike, on the electric mountain bike, on the electric bike, on the enduro bike, on the motocross bike, so anything two wheels, loving life on it, you know, still cruising around, getting my zen, trying to stay young, I'm riding a bike, and yeah, all good stuff. I can't get away from it, like, you know, I need it to survive, if you like, you know, I don't go riding for 2 weeks or so, it's a problem, like, you know, and something has to go, right, that's it, I'm just going out, go out riding, and I come back happy, so yeah, but it's been a mad 10 years, a lot happening, you know. Like,
yeah, just tell us about some of the things that, obviously that first video came out and it found an audience. It's nearly 8 million views now, a lot of people have seen it. What kind of doors did it open up for you?
It's been brilliant, just recognition, you know, from people going, oh, I see you on the YouTube, you're the YouTube man. I come out the back of the van sometimes, and it's brilliant, you know, when you get like a couple of kids come up and they go, can I have my picture taken with you? And you're like, no problem, like, you know, no problem at all. And much to my friends, you know, my friends think it's hilarious, like, you know, like they get out the back of the van and these sort of things happen. But yeah, it's been brilliant for that recognition, and got bits and bobs of sponsorship through steg pegs. You can see the stegs on the bike there. So emails send off to you know, to companies to sort of use the video as a link to try and you know, get certain bits back. Yeah, show them what we've got, and you know, people generally accept it well, and they're keen to help you out. You can see that you know, still riding around, but ultimately I'll carry on riding because I enjoy riding, and that's as a secondary, is it, you know, you sort of become half okay at getting around on a dirt bike, which I'm trying to get around this place today, which is very tight and turny and very much upper body. So you know, it's hard work really, compared to a motocross track, which is you can ride a lot more with your legs. So generally easier for me to ride a motocross bike. I suppose it's more muscle memory. You know, I've rode a motocross bike more than what I have done an enduro bike, so I'll get on better with that. But like I say, always good to get out on these things, and certainly over lockdown, you know, and stuff like that, where you couldn't get out on you know, on the motocross bikes, you know, tracks were shut. It was also, you know, very handy to be able to sling a leg over this thing and go have a little bimble around and yeah, get on. So yeah, been doing loads really since 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. Ellsworth shut now as well, isn't it? No more Ellsworth.
But like you see, you got your steg pegs. You don't have on this bike, but on your other bike you got a recluse clutch, didn't you?
That's
off
right,
the back
yes,
of the
yeah,
first
so,
video.
Yeah, that come from the guys at Vital MX. So the first video went onto there, and that was, you know, brilliant feedback from those guys, and they all come together and said my ride and they'll be, you know, enhanced by having a recluse clutch, which is brilliant for the motocross bike, because just throttle front brake, you know, no clutch whatsoever. And maybe that's part of the reason why I'm getting pumped up more on this, because I use the clutch, you know, and which is better for hill climbs and stuff like that on this. But steg pegs as well that we've got on there, so they're very good for saving my arm. So as much as you can sort of ride on the backs of your legs, you can pick yourself up on the back of your calves to sort of push your weight up, so you can save your arms, you know, and so you're not riding to. The more riding I can do with my legs, the better from my point of view. But it's hard when it's lumpy and bumpy and rooty out there, and the handlebars just want to bounce out of your hands, and you've got to try and hold on. So but yeah, no, good. It's loads of stuff has come about, sponsor other TV roles and stuff. So went on to Amputees in action. You're getting like zombie movie auditions, you know, those sort of things from like from having one arm, you know, run around with a bit of tomato ketchup hanging out your arm and be a zombie for the day. It was good fun. And these sort of things I wouldn't have got, you know, if it wasn't for the recognition from the video that you guys done. So yeah, you know, it's been brilliant.
Just talk us through that last dismounting, Craig.
Well, I come around a bend and it all went a little bit sideways, and I couldn't straighten it up, and over the hedge, over the back of the berm I went, which was okay, because I thought I was heading towards a big stump, but we managed to avoid that, so we're good. We live to fight another day.
How does that rate with the one-armed crashes?
That's all right. That's a usual sort of dismount. A bit, I'd say probably a little bit faster than usual ones. Just drop them in the bend, but yeah, it was. I don't mind those little ones. Let you know you're still trying.
I think one of the coolest and the most special part about the video and the content that we've done with you before is the people that have got contact, other amputees and other people that have seen you ride and think, oh, I can ride as well.
Sure, yeah.
And we've had messages, you must have had messages, people that have seen the video saying, how did it happen, who made the arm, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just talk about some of that.
Yeah, certainly. You know, it's been brilliant. It's so nice to be able to help people out. You can see people who are, you know, got the will to ride. Even one guy I know, I showed him the arm, took a load of different pictures of the arm, and I think he actually manufactured his own in a workshop just based off the pictures that I'd sort of sent to him. We're not too sure William Craig's too happy with it from prostheticarm.com. I've done him out of a prosthetic arm, sale here and there, but it's a great thing to have. When people come and contact you, and even like, you know, younger kids get in, they think they can't ride or for whatever reason, you know, that was one of the best things, and probably makes me appreciate riding more so than what I did in the first place, because you thought you wouldn't be able to ride, and now you realise you can, and you can, you know, get around and ride with ultimately a false arm, but still get on and have a good time, and still feel like, you know, you're not getting in anyone's way, and you know, you're still riding at a pace that's riding around with everyone. But yeah, it's been got a few people contact us to more so I put them in contact with William Craig from prostheticarm.com, who I can't thank enough for designing the arm and the hand, which has, you know, still been the same design since 10 years ago. You know, it's not changed much. It still works. If it doesn't, you know, don't break it, don't fix it if it's not broken. You know, so it's yeah, a very good arm, and it's just been brilliant for everything. I ride mountain biking or enduro, motocross. It's the best, like, you know.
Right. Okay. So this is my arm. Obviously, a rear mountain bike suspension in the arm, which soaks up a few of the bumps. This is how I thread myself in. So this is a gripper wire that comes across. We have to put it through here. This is the loop then that my arm goes through. We connect into this, just like an air hose socket does. So that pulls, the outer pulls back, this clips in, and that is not going anywhere all the time that's attached. I know that works well because that has dragged my ass down the track before. So I know that works well when it's connected. And then this comes across here, so it all works on this wire, and ultimately this lever here. So as soon as that lever pulls back, that disconnects my arm from the hand. And how that works is across the other end of this cord. Right, more cable ties, as you can tell, this always helps. And then when this, obviously my wrist is through there. When this pulls, that pulls back the lever, and I come clear of the bike, and then the cord comes with me, which is what happened earlier on. It's always good to know it's still working well.
So it has been 10 years since the first video, and obviously our channel's grown quite a lot since then. And there might be some people watching now that don't know the original story. So just tell us how you lost your arm and how you got back riding a bike, and how it is possible for you to ride a bike with the arm, with the mods on the bike as well.
I lost my arm on a road bike, on a RS 250 Aprilia, going mad, as you do, one speed.
Yeah,
when
about 19 you said
you're 19 years old, yeah, so I was 19 years old, and spent my 20th birthday in hospital, armless, sort of, you know, it's like the end of the world at that point. You sort of, what can I do? I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not going to be able to do that, you know, and you sort of start thinking about things. And it started off with going back home. So when I went back home, I was like, I can't even play the PlayStation, you know, I'm all this time at home and sick. And you know, all this time here, I can't even play this. So I sort of slowly, more so out of boredom, I just started picking that up and playing just a PlayStation controller, just with one hand. Then I realised I picked that up after about 2 weeks, and that made me realise, I was like, oh right, okay, things are possible. Like, you know, you can do this and you can do that. So I yeah, went from there and then just investigated. Had an old CR 125 in my shed that I never got used. I thought I'd get used to riding that. So when I first lost my arm, you know, it was not. I think it was about probably about a year or 2 years later that I actually sort of put my arm back, put a false arm on, which was just an NHS arm, connected to a handlebar of an old 86 CR 125 that I had my go. Wish I'd kept it now, to be honest. It would have been worth,
I bet you do.
worth a bit more money, yeah. But yeah, put a hand on that, and I soon realised that I had an old wire hand, like, you know, and I was going down, and it would just pull loose, you know, every third or fourth bend, it would just pull loose. And then I realised it was just that was holding me back, like, you know. So I started looking for an arm, found William Craig, found prostheticarm.com, got in contact with him. Cut a long story short, I ended up getting the arm made up at Roehampton for the top section, buying the bottom part from him.
And it's got a Fox mountain bike shock in there.
Yeah, so a Fox Float R shock on there, and we actually got 2 arms from him now over the course of the 10 years. I actually bought another arm from him, but the old shock works better than the new shock, so I'll just keep the old shock. I don't know what the setup is there, but seems to work better for me. So yeah, just I love the thing. You know, I go out riding with it every day, and every day I can get out and away. So yeah, I think it's just absolute godsend. I love the thing, and I realised it was that was holding me back. As soon as I got that clamped on and started riding, then I realised it, and then it was just me that was holding me back, you know. And then I was happy at that point where I can go, right, okay, now I can push and realise that, you know, I need to get fitter or ride more, or, you know, do one of those type of things rather than, oh, my arm's not up to scratch sort of thing. Cause, you know, the armour hang on, much like my bike, and my motocross bike, always more capable than what I am most of the time. So yeah, it's good to get out there and not feel like, you know, you're not so much holding anyone up, but feel like you're competing as well. So good to get out racing, and even done, you know, a few spot races here and there. Had a bit of an off at one of those, and chipped my shoulder blade and completely knocked the wind out of myself, which sort of slowed me down a bit, because you do get a bit conscious of more so this arm, you know. If I break this arm or something happens to it, you know, I'm in trouble, like, you know. So but then at the same time, you've got to ride with confidence, haven't you? You can't go around riding, you know, think you're going to fall off at every bend. You've got to sort of go into it a bit of confidence and move on. So yeah, now I'm at a place where I think I'm getting slower rather than faster now. My old age, 41 now. So how old was I? 31 when we done the last video. So I don't know. We'll have to look back to see who was quicker. This one or that one.
I think that's what impressed us, or everyone in that first video, is sending the jumps, passing people, and doing what we do. Obviously now it's different. Today we're in the woods basically, hit the dirt here in Swaffham. A bit different. You've touched on it earlier, but how long have you had your enduro bike, and what made you kind of start doing this kind of riding?
Yeah, so I had the enduro bike about 6-7 years now. I think maybe more so than that. A friend of mine was he had it, and I just kept hassling him. I was saying, whenever you sell it, give me first dibs on the bike. So I brought it more so for local and sort of green lanes wise, but then we'll go in enduros to like Wales with friends and going to places like Werndu Quarry and mess around. But they're very handy for local spins, you know, when you need to get out, you haven't got the whole day to yourself to go and ride. So got into it through that and through friends who and go riding, and also a lot of exploring. It's good to be able to go explore, you know, on these things, and you don't get that with motocross because you're confined to the track. But I think I'll always prefer motocross as a sport because it's more full tilt everywhere you go. You know, it's like 100%. So and I just like jumping, really, to be honest. So I prefer I like jumping, and yeah, you're not getting it down here today, but it's all good practice. It's just going through the trees, and having the trees in such close proximity is such a different ball game to, you know, having big, high, wide, handsome berms. You know, 20-foot wide lips, and you know, a bit more collect. You know, when you get out of shape, you've got a bit more runoff sort of space. It's definitely a different type of riding, isn't it? Whereas here, as we see earlier on from my little off over the back of the berm, it's got to run out of space quite quickly, and yeah, so I'm conscious of just trees and stuff really. But that's where you see some of the quicker boys out here today. They seem a little bit more comfortable just whipping through the trees. Yeah. But yeah, still good fun. Still on two wheels. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah.
Did you ever get any issues with race licences or anything, Craig?
No, I had to. Well, a bit of an issue. I applied for a race licence, and ACU come back with, you know, what do you mean? You're riding a bike with one arm, sort of thing. So I had to go see a guy called Jeff Mays, ex-GP rider, a place near to here actually, Norwich Way. No, it was a private track out the back of somewhere. I can't quite remember it, but it's out this way. And yeah, so I had to go there for an assessment, and sod's law, it was absolutely peeing down in the day. But we went out there and went around, and he had a training school that was there showing these guys around. He said, just circle around while we're going round. And then once he'd got rid of the guys from the training school, me and Jeff Mays went flying around the place, had a little tussle, you know, like, I thought, who's this guy getting up behind? And then all of a sudden he was with me, yeah, and I was like, oh, this guy's obviously can move around. So yeah, it was good fun. So we, more so than a training assessment thing, we just generally had quite a good ride together. And then he was like, yeah, no problem, like, you know, so I just made his recommendations to ACU, and then I got a race licence off the back of that. So just have to make yourself known to St John's Ambulance when you're at a track to make sure they're like, go, what's going on? Yeah, exactly, yeah. I've been at a track before, and I've come off the motocross bike, and my arm had come out of the socket and wrapped itself around the back of me there, like, so it was like literally my arm was around the back of myself there, and it was more my leg that hurt. So this guy just had a look of shock on his face, and he's just, what's happened? And I was like, sort of realised, I said, don't worry about that, that's an old injury. I was like, my leg that hurts, like, yes. So yeah, so brings up some interesting situations, some interesting looks.
I bet. What is it about bikes that gets you like this? Like, you've been smiling all day. What is it about riding a machine with two wheels and an engine that gets you going? Obviously you had your accident and you've worked back to riding again now regularly, and it's your passion. What is it about bikes that like kind of willed you to do that?
Yeah, just well, everything really. I think, you know, just the getting out, meeting people, you know, like yourselves, and meeting friends from riding, going out. But just generally, you know, the buzz, the sort of thrill of it, riding anyway. But just that everything you need, like fitness and stuff. I don't go to the gym. I don't do running and such. I cycle to work and back every day. But that's about it for fitness-wise, because if you go to the gym, it's just like a chore. Like, you know, you have to go, oh, I've got to go to the gym, I've got to go do this. Whereas when I go riding, I'm like, yes, I'm going riding today, brilliant, you know, and you'll sweat and you'll be more knackered than what you would be if you was in the gym. Certainly my legs feel it, you know, after a while. I'm like, wake up next day and you can't pick yourself up or move yourself out of bed, especially in the camper van as it goes. Trying to get out of that bed when your legs are stiff is hard work, that's for sure. But yeah, so it's just, you know, I don't see it as doing fitness, or where people say, oh, you look fairly fit and going ride. I don't like to say go to the gym and just ride, and the more I can ride, the fitter you are, I suppose, and the more I'm enjoying myself. So it's a good, nice, healthy circle of things to go through, isn't it? You're getting fit, riding, having fun, and yeah, trying to keep the risk to a sort of minimum, but at the same time, that's where the fun is, isn't it? Like, you know, sort of on that edge of like, yeah, exactly. So that's where you're pushing it. But I think that edge goes a little bit further south the older you get, sort of thing. So, but then having said that, still a little off today, you know, still trying out there. So yeah, all good fun.
I think your story, Craig, is not just riders seeing that you can still ride after an accident like yours, but it's anything, isn't it? It's inspirational, kind of universally, to see that. Yeah, sure. Well, if you want to do something, you can still do it if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I never see myself as just inspiring person or anything like that. Just getting out riding, doing what I enjoy doing. I'll be doing it whether there's cameras here or yourself here or not. You'll be doing it anyway. But it's brilliant to be able to just inspire people. More so when you see like younger kids, and they say, oh, you can see what you can do, and don't let anyone tell you can't do something, because you can always find a way around, can't you? Like you can look at when you see these guys, paralysed guys on motocross bikes with cages on and stuff like that, and you just think, oh my God, you see Doug Henry's videos, he's flying, isn't he? Like on the things.
Legitimately, if there is a will, there is a way, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, evidence of that. So I think let's go and see some more of it. Let's hit the track again and get riding.
Good stuff.
On it! That was fucking cool!
Just tell us the story that you told us earlier about the cross and why you wear that.
Oh, so when I crashed my road bike, that was a RS250 Aprilia going mad one day in the summer when I was 19 years old, and there was only one speed when you're 19, and that was wide open. So come round a left-hand bend, I lost my arm as I went through in the other video, but it's this cross that I wear was down inside the levers, down inside the left-hand side of my all-in-one levers that I was wearing when I lost my arm on a road bike. So
just explain why you had the lever, why you had it in the levers, because I think many people are riding around with a
So I had a friend. So a friend was selling some levers second-hand at the time, and I was like, I need some levers. So he gave me his levers. His mum was clairvoyant, something around those lines, so she put a cross inside his levers. He said, can I have the cross back? And I was like, I don't really want to take it out of the levers now it's in there. I want to be able to keep it in there, more so for luck, to sort of help you out one day if you need it. So that's what stayed inside. And then first thing I did when I crashed the bike and it come back, I just asked for the cross out of the levers. and that was it. Made up the cross with a little bit of metal, and then since then I've had it just silver plated, just to try and keep it going, because it just wears. It's only metal, so it wears down. But
you keep it around your neck because
yeah,
you think it kept you safe.
Yeah, I think it certainly helped. Yeah, I don't sort of. Yeah, I'm not that sort of any religious way or any way inclined like that, but it's just more so of a like a superstitious kind of thing that I stuck around my neck and worn it every day since. As you see in the other video, 10 years ago, still had it on. So never take it off. Keeps me lucky.
Yeah. Cool. Right, so this I think is the most important question. Obviously, the first video we called "The World's Fastest One-Armed Motocross Rider?" And I've yet to see anyone quicker. There was one guy, wasn't there?
That's what I like to hear,
what was the other guy called?
There was a guy, Devon Lotion, I think his name is, a Canadian guy.
Yeah. He was pretty quick as well.
Quick, yeah.
So that was that video. This video, we're obviously in the woods today. Craig, are you the world's fastest one-armed enduro rider?
I think I am. I'm certainly the fastest one-armed enduro rider down here today. So maybe by a rule of
the Swaffham's fastest one-armed enduro rider. Norfolk's fastest one-armed enduro rider.
That's it, yeah.
Let's go find out today, and I'm sure people will let us know in the comments. If you know anyone else that is a one-armed enduro rider, let us know in the comments down below.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, before the first video, just saw it come through when it came to like fastest one-armed motocross rider. And there's people come back, and we nearly ended up going to a race in Canada. We was going to race Adaptive X or Adaptive X. It was like X Games, like Paralympic X Games sort of thing. And but it never materialised. They didn't get the funding, or I couldn't get over there to race, or the race didn't get called off by the end of it. But yeah, that would have been the chance to see for motocross. But
the final.
That's it.
Yeah,
it's a small field of riders, I think. So. We'll say I'm the fastest.
Yeah, let's get riding.
Yeah.
We're lost in the odds, giving all alibis, breaking bones, telling lies, letting go, letting go.
So, like we were saying, it's been 9.5 years, nearly 10 years since we shot the first video at Ellsworth in 2012. You look exactly the same.
That's it. It's all of you lay twice a day. That's what that is. But no, still riding bikes. Riding bikes keeps you young.
Yeah, keeps you smiling, keeps you young a bit.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, still ploughing around. I feel older, if it's any consolation. So the knees and the shoulders are still creaking a bit more than they were 10 years ago. But still getting around, still having a good time, and out on the enduro or any two wheels, really. To be honest, I'm always having a good time when I'm on two wheels. So whichever way, shape, or form that comes.
7.5 million views. You must be sponsored by all of you, like then, I reckon.
That'd be nice. Yeah. I just need a plastic surgeon to sponsor me next, and I would be able to get rid of these crow's feet then off the funds.
We're lost in the odds, giving all alibis, breaking bones, telling lies, letting go, letting go.
Craig Parks truly is one of the most inspirational guys I've ever met. His love for riding is so strong that he won't let anything stop him from swinging his leg over a bike. His passion and enthusiasm for dirt bikes reminds me of why I love this sport. Sometimes it can be easy to lose sight of that, but seeing Craig ride and witnessing the smile it puts on his face brings it all back. Dirt bikes are freaking cool, man.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. What do you reckon? Is Craig the fastest one-armed enduro rider in the world? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, if you've got any questions about the equipment that Craig uses or anything like that, be sure to let us know, give us a message. We love hearing the stories, don't we, Craig?
Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah, bring them on.
So yeah, be sure to message us, and if you do have questions, yeah, just DM me on Instagram at 1 Minute Moto, and I'll put you in touch with Craig if you need any specific answers. So once again, thanks for watching, guys. As always, my name's Max. This is 999 Laser. This is Craig Parks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.